Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another instalment of Before the Fight. Another cracking episode, as always, joined by my co-host, Shotgun Shannon O'Connell. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. And Nick Noonan from Noonan Boy Promotions, mate. Busy times at the moment?
Yep, good. Lots of fights coming up this weekend, Saturday, and then we'll talk about some other big cards coming up over the next couple of weeks. Some super fights happening.
Mate, there are some big things going on in the Australian boxing scene and a great way to wind out the year. We're going to kick right off with Adam Lovelock. Mate, how are you?
Very good, thank you, Rob. Thanks for having me on the show. Very excited to be here today. So I've been watching all the episodes, a big subscriber, so it's good to finally be here on the panel and talk all things boxing.
First things first, talking about the local stuff that's going on, we've got Justice Huni versus Arsene Fosso. Now, you're helping Arsene out at the moment.
That's a huge fight coming up in here for Arsene. So basically, Arsene was one of your Cameroonian Commonwealth Games athletes from the 2018 Games where they stayed in Australia. Basically, they fled the Games and became refugees. So a lot leading into this bout with Justice, everyone is kind of saying and thinking that Justice has by far got the pedigree. And there's no doubt that Justice does. Like, Justice Huni is Justice Huni. We all know who Justice is. He's a once-in-a-lifetime type of fighter that he is. But anyone that's counting Arsene out is really, they don't know their boxing. Arsene's had 200 amateur fights, 3 professional wins, 3 knockouts, 2 in the first round, 1 in the second round.
Bronze medal?
A bronze medal in the 2017 Amateur Commonwealth Games. He was a dual bronze medalist.
Are you saying this is the biggest fight that Justice has had?
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. I think maybe the early rounds you might have Justice outboxing him. Footwork is going to play a key part in this fight, but can he take those shots? If it gets to the later rounds, can he continue to take those shots? So I think this fight will answer a lot of questions.
Do you know what's actually funny about this whole conversation is that I feel like we said the exact same things about Django.
Word for word.
We literally had the exact same comments
Word for
about
word.
Django.
Yeah.
Like, how will he go with the later
So-
rounds? But Justice showed us he got
Went up a
stronger.
gear.
Yep.
As the rounds
and was
went
fit
on.
enough for it and could maintain that power.
And one thing I think as well, like they've always trained Justice like a pro.
How does he prepare for Justice?
Mate, I think that we've been working on a few little things, and with his corner, Gary Hamilton, he's been working on a few things that I won't say. Just obviously, Rocky, I know you'd be watching, but
Hey, Rob.
But no, like, he's working on a few different things there, I guess, to try and minimise the athletic movement and that work right there of Justice Huni.
Noon, you were with him on the weekend. How's he looking?
Oh, wow. He's looking better than he did last camp. He's looking way better. He's looking more athletic. Mentally, Justice, I think, is a lot better and prepared for this fight. The burden of the first professional fight, being on TV, all that sort of stuff. Even though he's done massive big things, he looked incredible. The footwork, I didn't realise how good his footwork was.
In watching the sparring, that's the biggest thing that I noticed as well. Like, obviously, I've followed Justice's career through the amateurs and I've seen that, but watching Justice versus Arsene sparring, that was the biggest attribute that I thought as well.
I think that Arsene's going to have to try and muscle him. He's taller than Django is. And I think he's taller and bigger. When we were at the press conference, he's bigger than Justice. He's going to really have to try and tie up, put a bit of dirty boxing in, Alabama kite, you know, and try and muscle him out a little bit, try and break the rhythm. Fair to say?
Yeah, very fair to say. Very fair to say, Robbie. I agree 100% with that. You've got to try to break that rhythm and get dirty as he can in there. And so
Turn
those
into a
sort of
fight.
tactics are things that hopefully are getting worked on in his camp full time now and can take it into the ring.
But Capital Fight Show, talk to us about matching a great card. 4 undefeated fighters, you know, all against undefeated fighters.
Yeah, first off, we've got Terry Nicholas coming on the card, who's another amateur sensation. Fights I'm most looking forward to, we've got Alex Cooper down there. So Alex Cooper, another former amateur champion. He's had about 70 amateur fights himself. He's 3-0, 3 knockouts in the pros as well now. We've got him fighting a fairly unknown fighter, a kickboxer, a former kickboxer champion, but he's 2-0 with 1 knockout in the boxing ring in Nathan Robson. Following on from that fight, we've got Abe Archibald, the current New South Wales champion, 5-0, taking on another Jeff Fennick fighter in Terry Stevenson, who's 4-0 as well. So then we move on to our semi-main event. We've got Jacob NG taking on Hunter Ioane. So, mate, is going to be an absolute cracker. So anyone that's followed Jacob and knows how Jacob fights, every fight is super entertaining.
Mate, very impressive. Mate, I talked to Mark Schleibs yesterday via Zoom. Very comfortable. He's sparring one of Jakey's ex-opponents in Gage Island and a few other boys. Mate, he made an announcement on the Zoom call last night that he's going to stop Jarvis inside the 4 rounds. Your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, well, mate, this is a very interesting one because I can normally pick a fight and I usually get most of them right. And with this one, I'm dead set in the middle of it because Brock Jarvis is 18-0, as many fights as he's had. There's almost that unknown factor about him still. He's had a lot of his fights have been overseas.
What weight is it at? Because last time I seen Brock Jarvis, he didn't look very good at that weight.
Yeah, so they're fighting up at featherweight this fight, so they've gone up a division now. So both boys will be strong. I know Schleibs has already posted a few stories and stuff saying he's pretty much on weight now, and I'd assume that Brock would be
I spoke to him yesterday, pretty much is. Well, that was his words.
The best thing about this fight being put together as well, which almost like we can thank COVID for this happening, is that all these top guys, like Schleibs has been calling out Brock for years on social media.
We've seen some photos after fights of some wars. That one photo of you, panel damage, but you've come out of that all right.
I think that was Ben Kelleher fight.
Yeah,
I remember Ben and I had a 6-round war. I use the word war light, don't use it lightly. Like in the second round, I walked into a massive right uppercut and it actually shattered my nose. So like we are fighting 4 more rounds with a broken nose.
Thanks for that one. Well done.
Don't worry, I still rub it into Ben every time I see him. I've got to go in for sinus surgery now because of it. I can't sleep. So you're still haunting me, Ben. So
well done, Kelleher.
Yeah.
Mate, you're doing great work. You've got to fly out to Canberra. You've got a media event this afternoon for the Capital Fight Show and DNL Promotions. We're going to let you go. Thanks for coming on the show.
No,
we're going to have you back in early in the year because there's a lot more. We could sit down and talk boxing with you for hours, and I think we should.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure being here, mate. The show's great. I watch every week, and I'll keep tuning in, mate. Thank you very much for having me.
I know it's lonely at the town.
Second guest, Jacob. A lot of people call him Jacob NG, but it's actually Jacob.
Yep,
right?
That's correct.
Now, against another hard surname, Hunter Ioane. Mate, you're 13-0, 10 KOs. He's 8-0. Not a bad fight coming out of COVID. You've had it. Look, you fought 4 times in 19, 4 times in 18. You would not be used to having this much time off. So how good is it going to feel to get back under the lights?
Yeah, I'm stoked to be punching on again. Let's say that. I love punching on. I've been doing it my whole life. So to get back in there finally is a dream come true before the end of the year.
8 fights in 2 years is a busy fighter. Like, how did you adjust to the downtime?
It was hard. I stayed pretty busy training people. We could still do PTs. So I was doing that. I was actually working real hard. No one had anything else to do apart from do PTs with me. So I was real busy actually in that regard. And I was still trying to improve my game the whole time. So,
mate, tell us a little bit about your opponent. You've rolled the tape on him. What do you think?
Yeah, very strong boy. Have a lot of respect for his power, but as he should I know in his 8 fights he's had 5 knockouts. I've had 13 fights, 10 knockouts. So we both have good punching power.
When we roll the tape on you, you do a lot of things really well.
Yeah, I should be using my range though because I'm the taller fighter on fight night. So I am working on holding my range and punching and moving a lot better. But I love my inside game and punching on too.
You've known him for a while?
Yeah. 2010, I was 2 days away from going to the World Championships and I sparred this kid that had had 1 or 2 fights and I think I went to hit you. I think it was a straight right to the body and he's just stepped back and I overextended my elbow. I've never been in so much pain. I couldn't throw a punch until I literally got to Barbados and had to train there. I was nearly not going.
Wow.
Thanks.
Before that, I had my first, before I even fought, I hadn't had a fight yet. We sparred, we had a spar together, and we were in the big ring, and because you're a girl, I was 15-year-old and about 49 kilos at the time, so I've gone out there a bit easy. All of a sudden, you've hit me with this cracking right hand to the head, and my legs have gone like jelly. First time I'd ever been rocked.
I didn't even know that.
My dad's in the corner laughing, like, his legs are gone, get him. I'm like, all over the place. I remember I get back, Dad's like, how you going? I'm like, yep, sweet, second round, hands up. I was coming for it. I was like, you got me good. So the first time I actually ever got rocked in the boxing game was from Shannon O'Connell when I was 15 years old.
Hey?
Yes.
The Queen. She gets some good stories now. Now, mate, you've got some top rankings at the moment. Where are you ranked across the board?
I've just hit the number 10 position in the IBF. I just got put in number 11 for the WBO. So top 15 rankings in the world.
How far away do you think he is?
Oh, he's close, surely. Like, I mean, there's not really. What else is there around here? It can't be far.
Some big fights overseas in that.
Oh yeah, we're the most stacked division
Huge.
at the moment, 100%.
Stacked,
Yeah,
it's
Teofimo
really
Lopez,
big.
Vasil, Javonte Tank Davis.
This is why
Ryan
the question.
Garcia. George Cambos is here in Australia, who's the number 1 ranked position. He's killing it for Australia at the moment in that division. So
Is that where you're going to campaign at through 2021 at that weight?
yeah, I want to say I'll stay at this weight as long as I can. I actually beefed up a bit during COVID, but my weight's coming back down now, which is good. I was a bit worried for a second there. I was like, oh, have the COVID fat got me? But
Mate, the COVID fat got a couple of us, me. And even Lovelock was trying to pull the jacket on a bit tighter before as we were talking to him.
yeah, he was tripping with that white shirt. He thinks he's a flamingo or something.
He's definitely not the flamingo. Where did the name come from? Where did the flamingo name come from?
Yeah, so I lived in Thailand when I was from 2021. I lived over in Thailand for Muay Thai over there. So I lived there for a year. It was a Scottish boy, Jordan Coe. He looked at me on the second day, looked me up and down and said, man, how are you going to find Muay Thai? You got legs like a flamingo. And he started photoshopping my face on the pictures of flamingos. And the name just stuck.
What does Hunter Uwoni do that's strong? What's he do well?
He's got knockout power in both hands. He punches hard. He's seen that. He didn't have a very big amateur career, I don't think, but I heard he's got a lot of knockouts in that amateur career, and even his pro career, 5 knockouts in 8 fights. It's a good KO record, so I know he's a big, strong fighter, and I've got to be wary of his power. We're fighting 8-ounce gloves, being under 66 kilos, so yeah, you get caught on the chin with one of those 8-ounce gloves. It's not going to take much to put you down, so it's got to be smart straight away with him.
Now, where are you stronger than him?
I think in most areas, I think every fight's got to be confident. So I'm confident I'm better and stronger in every hour. I'm better boxer out long. I'm better fighter on the inside. He's got knockout power. I've got knockout power. I'm going to back my power. He's going to back his power. Sort of in all areas, I'm going to beat him from the outside. I'm going to beat him in that middle range. I'm going to beat him on the inside. I'm going to tie him up. I'm going to push him around. He's definitely going to be a strong fighter. So he's going to try and bully me, but it's not going to work for him. Yeah, I've got a deadly inside game, and I'm ready to show him what it's all about.
Mate, yeah, it's going to be a great fight. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good show down there in Canberra.
Oh, absolutely fantastic. One thing Jacob's also got is the ring IQ, I think, as well, from the fights that I've seen from him. He's, you sort of find a way in there. You develop straight into a really good professional fighter after about a couple of rounds of footage that I've seen. And just so flamboyant, the way he moves, calculated. Your gap control is very good. You know when to come in and not. Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this fight, and yeah, capital fight show. It's going to be an absolute cracker down there.
All right, mate. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for coming on.
Cheers,
bro.
guys.
Mark Schleibs. Mate, huge fight coming up for you in Canberra. Brock Jarvis, how are you feeling?
Look, mate, I'm feeling good, Rob. Thanks for asking, and thanks before the fight for having me on. I feel great, man. I've put in 10 weeks now of hard training. Fortunately for me, I've been able to get the rounds in as well.
It must have been difficult. You must have had to try and rope 3 or 4 different guys in as opposed to usual 1 or 2 guys to match the kind of styles.
I've been sparring Australian youth champion, who's the current Australian youth champion at 60 kilos. Very sharp kid named Adam Spellman. So I started off just with some rounds with one of the boys, Matt Smith. He's about 62. And, we've been very fortunate. I've been, my last spar today here was with Gage Island, who's current Australian lightweight champion. Like I said, I've been sparring welterweights for the preparation. Few very sharp lightweights as well with the speed. He's got good speed. I know Brock's got good speed. So we're preparing for anything. I'm preparing for the best Brock, and he better prepare for the best Magic Man.
Oh, Magic Man. Nice sign off on that one. Now, legend, you've rolled the tape on him. Where is he good? Where's he strong?
Look, he does. He's good on the inside there. A lot of people know that. They've seen that in his fights. I feel that he's chinny. He's fought at super bantamweight, but he's fought very small super bantamweights.
You're going to box along and try and touch him first?
I'm going to make him pay. I'm going to assert my presence very early.
But the people that do know that roll the tape, they're not underestimating your power, Marky, as much as the numbers are. He's 98 in the world, you're 327. He's got an 88% knockout rating. You've got a 66% knockout rating. He's at 17. You've had 12. Numbers-wise, you are up against it. You do have to break that rhythm up. So in our regard, definitely not an underestimation, but a reality check in what needs to be done for this fight.
I honestly feel that I'll stop him inside 4 rounds.
That's a big call.
Look, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty adamant that I'll stop him inside 4 rounds. If it doesn't go, if he goes past 4 rounds, I'm going to punish him for 10 rounds. Like, I'll put in a big camp. I know what I can do. And, the thing is, they don't know what I can do. Like you said, he hasn't fought anyone like me, and I haven't fought anyone like him. So I expect the best version of him, and they better expect the best version of me. And I feel like the best version of me beats him every day. I don't want easy fights. I'm Australian champion now, and my plan, this fight's going to be for 2 titles: the IBF Intercontinental title and the WBC Diamond title.
Mate, 2 belts is a good rating. That's a great rating.
The next belt that I would want would be the Commonwealth title.
This fight, if it goes either way, I don't see it being the ending of anybody's career. I think the days of protecting zeros are starting to wane a little bit in Australia. That shit's over and done with. We're more mature. We're big boys now. We know we got to get in the trenches and dig deep against the rest of the world. We've got a smaller country. We have a smaller niche group. Our boys have to shine. They have to work hard. Now is the perfect time for you to step up.
That's right. It's going to make us better fighters, fighting each other. We make each other money.
What are you walking around at the moment?
I'm walking around about 58 and a half, 58, 59, in between, the weight's at 56. So, I'm lean now. I'm lean at 58, 58 and a half. So I'm going to make the weight pretty easy, man.
This is a great fight and a top interview, man. Thank you for being on the show. We're loving it. This is dope.
Now, look, I'm all for it, man. Thank you for before the fight. Thank you for the people that take their time out to help promote the fights and help promote us as fighters. We really need you guys, and you're a big asset to the boxing, especially Australian boxing.
Oh, mate, look, we're trying to do our part, but I thank you for your kind words, my brother. I really do. This is what getting these kind of interviews, talking to these kind of up-and-comers, shedding that little bit of light is what we do it for, We do it for that passion. We've got the best athletes in the world. We really do. In what is coined as the loneliest sport in the world, You guys give everything. You sacrifice everything. Your families, your team, your management. Everyone sacrifices so much to what? Just be seen under the lights? Hell no, we want to be heard. Right? And then there's my job to then witness that, present that story, and share it for everyone to see. Because and this is what we want to hear.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much, Rob. But yeah, like I said, I want it that bad. I want to win that bad, and I want to put on a show that bad, And I really want to. Make a statement. I don't want to I'm not going there just to win or just to be there or be an opponent. I'm going to make a statement, and mark my words, I'm going to stop him.
Mate, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks, Rob. You're a legend, mate. All the best. Thank you.
Thanks,
before
mate.
the fight.
Tony Tolj, welcome back to the Tolj Tapes. We have missed you. Far and Parker have fallen over due to a blood test. Lucas Big Daddy Brown's getting offered contracts on shit money, we're hearing. What else is happening around the world, Tolj? Enlighten us. What's happening on the international boxing scene?
Yeah, well, there's a lot going on. Canelo, he's parted ways with Golden Boy Promotions and DAZN, and he's ended up back on DAZN fighting on a Eddie Hearn show. So that's one of the big noisemakers. That's going to be at the Alamo Dome Stadium in Texas.
All right, so Canelo Alvarez, tell the world about his opponent and that fight.
Callum Smith, he's the WBA super middleweight champion. He's actually won the same tournament that Anui won, the WBSS, the World Boxing Super Series that Jason was part of. So he's no mug. He's a good fighter, and that's going to be a good competitive fight.
Who wins?
Yeah, well, I think we know the answer to that. It's going to take a shotgun to beat Canelo in the ring. He won't lose on points, and I don't think he's going to stop him.
All right. Pulev, Anthony Joshua, your thoughts?
You think Joshua should win, but it's heavyweight boxing, and you never know. Luke Campbell versus Ryan Garcia. That was early December, and now he's who was it? Campbell's tested positive as well for COVID. So I think the new date is, I think I read the 2nd or the 5th of January.
Eddie Hearn wants to bring Matchroom to Australia. Bob Arum wants to bring Top Rank to Australia. We have no limit. We have DNL promotions. How big is 2021? If you're staring into the Tony Tolj tapes crystal ball.
It's massive. Bob Arum wants to do the show with us in Australia. So we're looking forward to that.
Dragonfire.
Yeah. Big talk at the moment in international news is whether or not Terence Crawford's staying at Top Rank or is venturing to PBC.
So that is true. What happened there?
It all comes back to financial terms. He wants to get the most money he can for his career, which is fair enough. As a promoter, you want to have a return on your investment. They don't have any welterweights left, where PBC have obviously Spence, Garcia. I don't know if his contract's still valid, but they've been having Pacquiao.
Mate, I can't thank you enough for doing the Tolj tapes. It's good to see you. We're going to get you on again for next week and keeping us informed. Even though you're in cell block 4, you have your finger on the pulse and you know more than most of the guys are out there. So we thank you for your knowledge and appreciate it. Mate, we're going to wrap it up there and then you and I will keep talking.
Thanks, mate. Good to be back. It's I won't be going anywhere. I'm still stuck in Shawshank.
Let's get that man a poster.
That's right.
Tony Tolj, you're a legend. Thanks for being on before the fight.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Expect unexpected. You've already been there on the main street, yeah?
Yeah, you turn right. You can't miss him. There we are. I reckon he'll be in there.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll ask. Abdou!
Let me have a quick look. Pull in here. No, I'll have a quick look.
Abdou! Hey, let's go. Let's leave him there. See you, Frankie!
Dickhead!
He's gone. Oh.
Abdul's just rushed us, brother. He doesn't want nothing to do with it. I was messaging him too. I was like, you know.
He probably tells us he's a boxer, but he's actually an escort.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah. Something is going on, bro. I'm not sure what it is.
Mate, you can't have abs like that and not be an escort, mate. I'll just put the camera on Frankie. Watch we'll do a drive-by. Here we go, guys. We've dropped Frankie off. We've taken off.
Get him some deodorant.
Hey, mate, do you need a lift, mate? Yep. Hello? Where you going?
Not a moment.
Who's that guy? Where's Abdul?
He's not in there.
He's not in there.
I'm going to call him.
So there's Luke. There's Abdul.
There's Abdul. There's Mitch Leake.
Yeah.
And there's Beck Hawker, who's the Queensland female featherweight title.
She's tough as nails.
Champion. Oh, Deb Beck, yeah, mate.
See, when I sparred her and I pushed her back in the rope, she's like, oh, and I'm like, shit, that's all right.
Here he is.
Is that him?
That's him.
Where's he on a park, though?
I don't know. Hey, Jacqueline.
This is
Frankie's lovely wife.
Jackie.
That's Frankie's wife.
Yeah,
She's running away. She's running away.
They're too late.
Yeah, no, she must be wanted by the cops or something. Everyone say hi to Abdul.
Hey, brother.
Haircut, man.
You're looking fresh. Show us the hair. Show us the hair.
No, it's too busy.
Nah, too busy.
Too busy, yeah, too busy.
Just cutting out the
you got any
sets
coins?
of lights for you, Jolie.
You got any coins? Come on, mate, a dollar.
Yeah, give him
Who's
some.
got a dollar? You want a dollar?
Go,
Listen on
give him an all.
At least listen on him. Make sure he's good.
Yo!
Give him a dollar.
Come over here.
No, you gotta go there, mate. This guy thinks, come over here.
Calling the shots. Hey, he's got a dollar. I'm running for it.
Imagine how he treats his wife. Jesus.
I wouldn't want to.
Cheers, boss.
Cheers. On you, brother.
Give a shout out.
Here we go.
There you go, left.
What else we got? Hey.
Here's my mob.
The boys.
Hey, boss.
The boys.
Hey,
Hey, the boys.
Yeah.
We got a lot of friends in West End. And what's your nickname, Lukey?
Luke the Lover, Modini.
Frankie, explain.
What is your last name? Yeah.
No comment?
I don't know, actually. Well, they call you the lover.
Look, I want to know, like, I've been around for a while and no one's ever called me the lover before.
Yeah, really?
He obviously does something for him.
So what do you think of Frankie as a coach?
Yeah, but he's good coach.
Don't lie.
You can tell the truth.
Yeah, just your bro next to the Mercedes.
All right, sweet.
Sweet. There we go.
Thanks, bros.
Boys.
Righto.
All right, bro.
Abdul?
Abdul, rule one. If you want to be successful, you have to avoid women.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
No comment?
Get everyone to have a look at inside Eastside Boxing. Can you take the camera in?
Yeah.
Check it out.
All right, I'm going to walk you into Eastside Boxing Gym, just in West End on Montague Road, I think it is. All right, guys, we've got a full house right now. Here we are, Mikey. Eastside, come on. Mikey loves it. They're going to get nervous now because of the camera, you know? Oh, damn. All right, guys. Thanks for being a part of Camako Carpool. Frankie, say bye to the fans, mate.
Hey, thanks, mate. Thanks for the fight. Thanks, Rob.
That's all good. Thanks, Frankie.
The next fight card that we've got to look at is obviously the Ace Boxing Promotions Before Dark and After Dark this weekend. Frosty Waylon Law, we've spoken to Frosty, you know. There's some great fights there. Declan Kelly versus Matt Hartman for a rematch, you know. There's some other good cards, but Ange doing some really great things. Adam Lovelock's going to be there. Hopefully we're covering the official weigh-in and the night, so we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a great show. Anybody stand out there for you to look at?
Oh, look, I think that the rematch, Waylon Law and Frosty, I don't know, like, the first fight was so good, but was that Waylon Law coming, like, you know, when you've had a break and you come back and you're fresh, and now he's had another fight since then, like, is he going to be as good?
Good question.
I think it's going to be exciting.
And on the flip side, could he be better?
And he could be better. He could be better, or he could be. It could have been like he just stepped up for the occasion. Will he stay there?
Yeah.
Who knows?
And for
I think it's exciting.
And for Frosty to go back to his team and have a look at the early rounds, what we did wrong, what we can do. I saw Frosty train the other week. He looks incredible and motivated, and you know, I mean, I'm actually tipping Frosty to beat him.
Shan?
Yeah, I can't say. I don't know. Look, honestly, I think it's the same as. Well, to be honest, the first time I thought Frosty was going to win. This time, I think it's a great fight.
It's an absolutely cracking fight, and again, big props and shout outs to Ange and Alfie and Steve and everyone from you know, Ace Boxing Promotions for getting this together. Let's talk to the Queen. Let's check in with her.
This boxing shit.
I am wearing the shirt. We're a big fan. She's looking comfortable. The feet are moving. Yeah. She's like a cat with that tail. She's fired up and ready to go.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about me, the Queen?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, me.
You. Where are you at? Talk to us.
Oh, look, I'm training probably harder than I've ever trained, and I didn't realise that until the other day. I stepped back and I thought, I'm not doing weights anymore. I'm doing zoo sessions, and those zoo sessions are hard. So in saying that, I'm still doing all my running, I'm still doing all my boxing, I'm doing 3 to 4 zoo sessions a week. I feel strong, I feel fit. I'm gonna be relentless.
You're not
gonna be relentless.
I've got a
peaking too
statement
early?
to make. Not at all.
You've got shotgun.
I sparred 10 rounds with Eric from Fortitude on Saturday and did a zoo session afterwards. So I'm definitely not overtraining. I feel great.
Oof.
I've got a statement to make.
Now, we've seen you in previous fights with your media and beforehand. We've seen you at weigh-ins. Okay, this is a more calm, before the storm kind of Shannon that we're not really used to. Where's the headspace at? Look at that killer look. Where is the headspace at the moment?
I've got a job to do, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I've got a point to prove. There's other fights out there for me. I need to get past this one first, and I'm going to do it in style.
She's keen. She's ready. Great fights coming up, Noonan.
Yeah, can't wait. Hardman Singh is one I'm really looking forward to.
It's going to be a cracker. I'm Rob Shife. You're watching Before the Fight.